welcome back to my channel. My name is Denise and today I'm going to show you how I made this circular wall hanging using macrame and different types of yarn. So a couple of years ago I went to Peru and I visited a place in Cusco where they show you how they dye different threads and strings, and it just reminds me sort of like Peruvian textile work that's really beautiful. So I hope you guys really enjoy the video, and before we start, please remember to subscribe to my channel. All right, let's get started. To make this wall hanging, you're going to need a metal hoop. I'm using a 10-inch in diameter one that already has some grid lines. If your metal hoop doesn't have that, you can use some jewelry or craft wire to create the grid lines so that you can attach strings to it. You're also going to need string or macrame in 4 different colors. I'm using a natural macrame color and then string in red, brown, and black. You're also going to need some scissors and some masking tape. Before starting any project like this, I like to sketch and plan out my designs on paper to help me visualize it. It also helps me know exactly what I'm going to do rather than figuring it out as I go. To start today's wall hanging, I'm using an arrangement hoop from Target's $3 section. You could also do this project with a regular hoop without the grid lines. You would just have to use some wire to create some of those grid lines to attach your strings to. Before starting the actual project, I had to remove the hanger from my hoop because it was a little off center, so I used some wire cutters to cut that off, and then I reattached the cord later on. So I'm starting by attaching macrame cord to the outer edge of the hoop, making sure that the macrame covers half of the hoop, creating like a semicircle shape. Once you're done attaching the macrame, cut off any excess cords. Here I'm just eyeballing a straight cut across. We're going to be fraying the cords and then make a cleaner cut later, so it doesn't have to be perfect at this point. Next, you're going to want to flip the cords outward so that we can fray the macrame before cutting the cords. To fray the macrame, I would recommend going in and unraveling each cord one by hand first, and then going back and using your comb brush or your dog brush to finish fraying all of the macrame. Then you're going to flip the macrame back over and give it a good brush. And then we're going to be using some masking tape to cut a straight line across. Once you're happy with your macrame, you're going to attach a row of string in another color underneath of the macrame. I went with this red color and I measured out about how much of the red I wanted to poke out underneath of the macrame, and I attached the strings all the way across until the row was nice and full. Once you're done with that row, brush everything down and cut the bottom in whatever way you'd like. I decided to make this red edge a little rugged and then also a little shorter on one end and a little longer on the other. Then you're going to repeat the same process with another color. I decided on this brown one. And again, make sure that you start attaching your strings underneath of the previous row and make sure that your layers are nice and full so that you can't see anything behind it. Then you want to brush everything down and then make another cut. I decided to make this one straight and sort of like on a diagonal. Then attach a final row to cover that slither of the hoop that's still exposed. I used some black yarn. Once you're done attaching all of your strings, brush everything down, and then you're going to cut along the edge of the hoop so that your wall hanging has that circular shape. And for your final step, you're going to put your hanging string back on your hoop using a lark's head knot. Alright guys, that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I hope you'll give this wall hanging a try. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, until next time, bye!